Welcome guys to another episode of Tier Maker. So in this video we're going to be ranking all of Class 1B from My Hero Academia. Now, I tried my best to figure out what all of their quirks were, but it was a little bit difficult to figure out for some of them. But yeah, without any further ado, let's get started with Yosetsu. From what I'm seeing, his is weld. He can basically, I think, weld any inanimate objects together, or they might have to be metal, but I don't think so. But I think it's kind of a neat ability. He doesn't really do anything too insane with it though. He wastes the potential that it has quite a bit, but I think it's a good baseline, so I'll give him A tier. Let's see, next up this guy. Oh man, it's really bugging with my mouse. Okay. He has like a weird ability. He can make like a glue that immediately solidifies. I really don't know why it makes him look like that. I mean, he looks like he looks like a bell, but it's kind of it's a neat ability, but nothing too special. I'll give him C tier. Let's see. Next up, this guy. Sorry, a lot of the names I just cannot figure out how to say them, but this guy I think. Let me try and remember. I could be wrong. I think this is the this is the guy. He can soften any material and basically kind of just turn it into cement, basically wet cement, basically. So yeah, it's another neat ability. A lot of the Class 1B ones are yeah, that's kind of interesting, which is, I don't know, but yeah, he's alright. I'll give him B tier. Let's see. Next up, Kendo, the big hand. It's just so goofy. I don't know. It's another one that I'm not a really big fan of, so I'll give it C tier. Let's see. Next up, Monoma. I'm gonna have to give him A tier because he has well, not I was gonna say unique, but I don't know. For the heroes, he's the only one that can copy abilities, unlike the villains who have All For One and Shigaraki, who both have the ability to steal quirks. But anyway, next up we have Haru. I'm not sure, but I think this one is. I don't know. This one is the most basic looking side character I've ever seen. I actually cannot remember this one's quirk, but just because of how basic he looks, I'll give him C tier. Let's see. Next up, let's see. Oh yes, Shiozaki. This one's a neat one, like the plants. I mean, it has a lot of potential. I don't know if she can just make vines. I think she can just make vines, but if she can make other plants, that'd be a little bit more neat, I think. But it's alright. I'll give it a little bit below, so I'll give it B tier. Let's see, next up, Beast. It just makes him into a beast. I mean, it's very basic, but it's alright. I'll put it a little bit above Shiozaki. B. Let's see, next up, Tetsu. I think I'm gonna be honest. I think when Horikoshi was making him, he was like, "Oh no, I'm running out of ideas for quirks. What do I do? Kirishima, but metal." But I don't know. It's still another neat one, so I'll give him A tier. But yeah, he's literally just metal Kirishima. Let's see. Next up, this guy. I think this is another one that I for some reason can't remember, but and he kind of just looks like a mixture between Sero and Bakugo. Well, he's got the Sero face and the Bakugo hair, but in brown. But I'll just give him C tier. See, next up we have Mushroom Lady. This one, it'd be way more useful for a villain because she can just you can just straight up just make mushrooms in people's lungs, which I'm surprised didn't kill Tokiyami, but I don't know. It's this one. This one you could also just be kind of mean. Just imagine going to someone's room and just fill it to the brim with mushrooms. I don't know. This one's kind of neat, but I'll give it. Oh man, it's bugging. I'll give it really high B tier. Let's see. Next up we have manga. This guy's he's something. I mean, well, we know that at one point, like, everybody that has a quirk was normal at one point. So this guy was just chilling, having a good day one day when he was like 4, and then randomly just turned into this. But basically, his quirk is that he can like say something. Well, I could be wrong. I don't think I'm correct, but I could be. He can like say something and it happens. So say he said like boom and it'd make like an explosion. I don't know. This guy's weird, but he's like so unique that I like him. I'll give him like really high A tier, and I'm putting this guy back a little bit. Just rearrange a little. All right. Next up, this guy. I think his thing is ice. It's either that or just something completely different. But I think his quirk was ice. But it's really not that unique. Like he's just worse Todoroki. But I don't know. I'll give him like high C tier. Let's see. Next up, Pony. It's I don't know. It's just like another one of those ones. Like that's a really basic quirk, but I don't know. I'll give it C tier. Let's see. This is let's see. Next up, we have her. I think yeah, her thing is that she can just split her body up into a bunch of pieces, which I mean, again, she's not using it to its best abilities. She should have been like a spy or something, and then she could just like I don't know, send her eye off on a mission. Like I don't know. This is like for so many of Class 1B's quirks. Like I know they're side characters, but they're just not using their quirks to the fullest potential that they could be. I don't know. It's still like a good one though, so I'll give it B tier. Let's see. Next up, I think her thing is. Oh yeah, she can change the size of things, which is again not using to the fullest potential. Like, instead of just like I don't know, picking up like I think it was like a bolt and then just making it really big and throwing it at someone. You know, maybe instead of that you could have like I don't know, gotten like that same bolt and then just made it even bigger on top of someone instead of throwing it at them. But it's another neat one, so I'll give it like I'll give it pretty high B tier. See next up, this guy. Oh man, it's okay. His quirk is I think he can just like slice stuff, but I really feel bad for him because yet again, this at one point was just a normal dude, and then one day just turned into like a praying mantis. Like I just feel bad for this guy, but I don't know. I'll give him B tier. Let's see. Next up we have. I don't remember anything about this one. This one more that I don't remember, and then there'll be one last one. This guy I also don't remember, so I'll give him C tier. But then this guy this guy shadows. It's either he can make shadows or I think he can just like blend into shadows and like become the shadows. But I don't know. This one's another one that it'd just be so funny to have in real life, just to mess with people. Like I don't know. It's like a neat concept, but yet again, not used to its fullest potential. Like all of these guys are side characters, I know, but they're really, really not using their abilities to the fullest. Like, hey, at least Monoma tried to copy One for All, but I don't know. I like him though. I'll give him A tier. But yeah, that'll be it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and goodbye.